Welcome back to another lovely, lovely episode of Bits and Caffeine with your host, Castor and Viper, Skylar and Alex. Whatever the hell else you want to call, because I can't think of names off the top of my head.
No,
we're back with another lovely episode. And on this episode, we are going to be going over the lovely Summer Games Fest that happened a couple of weeks ago, as well as getting into a little bit of a host trials, something we've kind of been looking forward to in terms of a host trials game. But we'll get into that a little bit later. But for now, Alex, how are you feeling?
I'm good. I'm a little tired this morning, but you know, that's pretty normal these days.
How do you feel that we've lied and said that we would do another 2-week schedule, but it's been 3 weeks since our last upload?
No, I think we're on schedule at this point, aren't we?
Yeah, I have no idea. I think it's 3 weeks.
I think we actually are on schedule, as long as this is released in 2 days.
We are, yeah. We're recording this a little bit late, but that's besides the point. We played, for the host trials game that we played, we actually put a lot of decent time into it, unlike other games we play. You all will figure that out later. It's really, I 100% recommend checking it out or check out the video, because it was a lot of fun. But, anyways, let's get into the main kind of bread and butter of our topic here today. We're going to be discussing the Summer Games Fest and some of the games that came and announced. Alex, do you know much about the Summer Games Fest? I know you didn't know too much from when we talked about it originally.
Yeah, no, honestly, I don't even think I've heard of it. I know I knew about the Xbox game showcase and stuff like that, but the whole Summer Games Fest itself, not really.
I know a bit about the kind of stuff that the person that owned it worked on. So, Video Game Awards is what they usually do. The guy's name is, it's like Jeff something. Jeff and the last name starts with the G. But on this kind of with Summer Games Fest, they do this every year where it's just an announcement of big games coming up or kind of a look through of it. But if you want to kind of get started, Alex, I know you have just looked it up recently. I got to watch it live. But you want to bring up a couple games that you found that were interesting and kind of go through them? Sure,
yeah. Yeah, a couple of things I saw. Definitely Star Wars Outlast, or not Outlast, but Outlaws, I think is what it's called. They definitely revealed a pretty solid amount in the gameplay that they showed there, which I think was kind of surprising, since I played a couple of the Star Wars games, a couple of the newer ones, but I haven't seen anything about Outlaws yet. But that was pretty cool to see. Another thing,
I've only seen negative things about Outlaws.
I don't know. I think it looked pretty decent.
Well, it was the if I remember correctly, what was it? It's the have you seen how much you had to pay for it?
No, I didn't see that.
It's pretty up there game wise from what I remember. I don't remember the exact price.
I figure, I mean, the base game is probably just $70.
Well, yeah, of course. Every base game is now $70.
Yeah, but like the 100, I'm sure there's probably like $140 version, like they do nowadays, given Ubisoft.
Yeah, do you not want to spend $100-some on a game?
I'm not going to. I'm just going to spend $70.
Really now? How much are you spending on COD skins?
A lot less than you have.
No comment.
I've spent a solid amount this year, but a lot less than you have.
All right, let's skip over how much money I've spent on COD skins and go on.
Yeah. Another game that I'm actually potentially interested in. I haven't really, I'm a big Batman fan, as you know, but I haven't really played much of the Batman, like, Arkham games. I played a few of them on my old Xbox 360, but I saw that they're releasing Batman Arkham Shadow in VR, which is kind of interesting. Not that I don't currently have a VR headset, but if in the future, next 2 years or so, if I end up getting one, that might be a game I might look into, because that'd be an interesting experience playing as Batman in a virtual reality.
Are you planning on getting a VR anytime soon?
I feel like in the next couple of years, that's very possible. So we'll see.
Okay, because I have a VR headset. I don't use it at all, but I have one. And there's not as many games as I would like there to be in VR, but there's still a decent amount. Half-Life Alyx was kind of the main draw for me to get VR at the time, so, and I loved every moment of it.
Another one that I think I haven't played any of the Alan Wake games, but I know that they recently announced a DLC. I think it's called Night Springs or something.
The god himself came onto the stage. I saw it live. He came onto the stage with his little "Show Me the Champion of Light" dance, and blessed upon thee a physical collector's edition item that I haven't seen yet, but I'm going to buy right when it comes out, and also 3 small DLCs, which I haven't played yet, but yeah. You should play them. You need to play Alan Wake. I'm sure I will
at some point.
That will not be a host trials episode, because single player games for host trials is a little difficult, as we found out. But yeah, you need to play it. It's a great game. Alan Wake, the whole Alan Wake series. If anybody's listening to this and doesn't know what that is, just play it.
Just play it.
Just play it. It's so good.
Another one. I don't know if you've ever played Civilization. Sid Meier's Civilization? No? Okay.
I know what it is. I cannot sit through it for the life of me.
Fair enough. I haven't played any of the recent ones. I played like an older one. Honestly, I forget what it was. Yeah, I don't even think it had a number. I think it was like a extra game. It was pretty old. I think it was like 2012 or something like that when it came out. But yeah, that's the only Civilization I ever played. But I did enjoy it. It was pretty fun. So another thing that they released or that's coming out is Civilization 7 is coming to consoles in 2025, which for I think the only person I know that plays Civilization like relatively consistently is my sister Anna. So she'll probably play that. She'll probably enjoy that idea. I think it's coming to both PC and consoles actually in 2025.
The only thing I really know of the Civilization games is the whole Gandhi meme, where the way Gandhi was coded, he's so peaceful that if he loses his peacefulness, or he gains peacefulness, I think, and it gets past 0, it'll go to like negative numbers or more positive than positive numbers in the code or whatnot. So Gandhi went nuclear very quickly, which is hilarious. But what was it? I saw a post, and I want to know your thoughts on this in relation with the Civ games, actually.
Okay.
So someone made the comment that Civ games now are becoming like the NFL games and the NBA games, where it's one a year, and the only difference between that and Civ is that Civilization games, their roster doesn't change.
That's kind of funny. I don't think they come out one per year, though, because I think Civ 6 came out a couple of years ago.
Yeah,
it's like one every 5 years, maybe.
Yeah, I know, but they're like, what kind of gameplay difference can you do between the Civilization games? You don't even change characters throughout it. You do the same roster of people throughout all the Civ games. How is there any difference? I don't know. I keep in mind, I've never played Civ. I find those games a little
it's
boring.
Slow. Yeah, I understand that.
I know people that like them. I know people that play them a lot. I'm not one of those people.
No, that's fair. It's definitely an acquired taste. But if you like really slow turn style games, then it's a pretty good game. Especially when you go to like online, it can be pretty intense and pretty fun. Just like build up your army, move across the world. They can even take like a very long time to play all the way through.
Yeah. It's just not my kind of forte for a game.
Yeah, fair enough. One more game that I think that kind of like popped out to me, which I think you would kind of showed me a trailer of this after already, but there's this game called Killer Bean, which is it's very interesting gameplay from what I can tell. It's very it's essentially you play as this character that is literally just a bean, and you go around shooting people. It's like Call of Duty, but with very different graphics, but also like the gameplay is actually a little different with how you move, and like the slowdown, I think, with how the like the slowdown bullets kind of functions. Like what's that one like red and white game where you like shoot?
Red and white game?
Yeah, it's like super fast or super.
Oh, super hot. Super hot.
Yeah. I think the bullet. Yeah, doesn't it kind of function like that? Kind of.
No. What the hell? Do you know what super hot is?
Yeah, where like you shoot and then it slows down. I don't know. Never mind.
It only moves when you move. That's super hot. But it's Are you talking about the gunplays like that? I don't think I didn't see that within the clip. It may be like that, but I didn't see.
Well, it seemed like you kind of like slow, like the gameplay kind of slowed down as you moved, or as you like did. Well,
it's like
things.
Okay. Now, all right, people are gonna get annoyed with this one, but think of a while back, Alex. Remember that game we played, Electric Boogaloo?
Yes.
You remember that diving thing where you could dive and slow down time?
Mm-hmm.
It's that.
Got it.
Does
Okay,
that not? Does that not kind of? Does that not?
No,
seem
that's
like
that's a little bit of a better relation than Super Hot, I guess.
Yeah. I have no. Excuse me. I have known about Killer Bean, the game, for years, literal years, because it is one developer working on it, and there is a movie on YouTube. It's about an hour and a half, and it's like Killer Bean the movie, and they talked about it's one guy who's done all this, and he's like, yeah, we're gonna make a game. This man, I swear, is devoted to this Killer Bean franchise like crazy, and I want to say that he also did work on Matrix. Now, I can't like definitively say that or not, but my God, this man is devoted to this Killer Bean character so much.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting. Definitely looks pretty interesting. But I think the biggest takeaway from that was that it looks like there's an early access that'll happen later this summer for people. So I guess for people like you that have been waiting years, that's pretty good. Pretty good sign.
I'm gonna get on that. By the way, let me just point out while you were talking, I pulled up the guy's LinkedIn. His name is Jeff Liu. Just let me know if you've heard of a couple of these movies, by the way. Just let me know.
Okay.
Yeah. You may not have. It's understandable. These movies are a little bit, out there. They're not really too crazy or well known.
Something tells me you're lying.
Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen.
I might have heard of that one.
Percy Jackson in the Olympians, The Lightning Thief.
Sounds kind of familiar. Yeah.
Tron Legacy.
Maybe.
What else is there? Matrix Reloaded.
Yeah.
Kung Pao Enter the Fist. The Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man.
Wait, is that like a series or?
I don't know. And the X-Men.
Animated? Which X-Men though?
It just says the X-Men. Or not the X-Men, it just says X-Men.
That's probably like the early 2000s movie.
Yeah, movie from 2000.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, no, I genuinely, no joke, that's a pretty good roster of movies.
And this man has devoted himself to the Killer Bean character. You gotta be kidding me. I wish I had that much devotion to a franchise like that. What the hell? But yeah, you got anything else to kind of bring to the table?
One more. This isn't really game related, but one I definitely think is kind of interesting. So the new Xbox Series X, it looks like there's going to be more consoles coming to the roster that they have. So storage and design options looks like they're coming like later like holiday, Christmas, Thanksgiving this year. So that might include some like specific game related Xboxes and stuff like that, which I think some of those are definitely always end up pretty cool. Some of them pretty terrible, but either way, I think that could be pretty interesting later this year.
Yeah, it's I'm actually a little surprised. I thought they would be kind of downing down the amount of storage that these consoles hold. If they can bring a lot of the concepts from consoles storage and kind of bring it over to more online gameplay where they can just stream the textures and stream other stuff. I was expecting consoles to kind of go down that path, but
I might eventually, but I think they're definitely still pretty locked into everything on the console right now.
Yeah, but I think it's what do you call it? I think Stadia did it too early.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that now Xbox, PlayStation are starting to go down that path slowly. I'm not too sure yet on how long that's going to take for them to get there, but I feel like they're going to get to that area soon enough.
Yeah, I agree.
They have to give a reason for people to use consoles and not PCs, because right now there's no reason. Their exclusives are garbage. Their exclusives are just going to come to PC eventually, so who cares? Like, Xbox is giving up on exclusives.
Yeah, point. I mean, it's because it's under Microsoft. Microsoft basically they benefit from the console games. Basically, they benefit from the PC side as well. So, like, yeah, it makes sense that they're kind of giving up on it. They still release relatively like powerful Xboxes, but at the end of the day, like if somebody gets a PC and is playing the Xbox games, they're pretty content with that.
Well, they're also putting stuff on PlayStation now too.
Mm-hmm.
Xbox dead? Question mark.
No.
Nah, that's worth a shot.
Yeah, I do see actually one of the new designs. I'm not even sure if this is actually one of like the new designs that they announced. But you know how like the Xbox Series X's are basically just like PC boxes. They're just like these giant things. One of them, and it's only like the X version. One of them has like this really nice sparkle design, which is like green and like pink in there a little bit. Not that means too much, but I actually really like the look of it. But yeah,
fancy.
That's about it for the like big things that kind of like jumped out at me during the Summer Game Fest and the Xbox showcase.
Yeah, notice how we're not doing anything with the other stuff because other stuff's kind of cringe. Not gonna lie. Well, Xbox gang.
There was also the Black Ops 6, of course, the stuff for that, and the fact that it's coming to Game Pass, which I think surprised a lot of people.
That was let me just say, the movement that they're talking about for Black Ops 6, hot, absolutely hot, right there. It'll
definitely change the way the Call of Duty views movement moving forward.
I can't even like begin to describe how hot that is. My mic is dying here. Okay, there we go. My mic is now temporarily on. Okay, well the spacebar isn't working anymore. Great. Anyways, we'll go on to my kind of area. These are some things that I've got to point out of stuff that I liked. Alex took mine, which is Alan Wake.
Apologies.
Thank you for that.
I should have known you were going to talk about that. My bad.
That's great. I had a whole entire subject line going on over here in the corner. That's great. But let's talk about the real things. Let's talk about the real stuff that everyone's been waiting to know. Because that's the real thing. Alright? This is the real stuff now. Let's start with the first one. Among Us TV show. Got some pretty big names to the cast. All I'm saying, I think it's going to be a Netflix thing, but we're not too sure. All I'm saying. Do y'all want to watch an Among Us TV show, Alex?
I'm not gonna lie. I think that one kind of skipped. I think I kind of missed that one. Who do they have as the cast?
Oh God, I don't know any of these names. Elijah Wood is the only name that I can like think of off the top of my head.
Okay, yeah.
So keep that in mind. Great. There are two main companies that I want to talk about on this because I feel like these companies are really pushing the boundaries between indie studios and big AAA studios. I think that it is a great. These companies are amazing for indie studios to get funding and to give kind of everyone to look at them. I can't think right now. Off the top of my head, though, the company that made Among Us, ironically enough, Outer Sloth, has decided to make a publishing arm where they are taking in indie developers, giving them funding, and giving them recognition. So they have a huge pool of money for that, and it looks like they're coming out with a couple smaller games. Now, keep in mind, I don't know most of the games off the top of my head because they only showed a quick little glimpse of them. But from the looks of them, they're starting to really push out to other people and try to get more indie studios more funding, which is amazing. And another company that's just like that, this is a movie company that's now getting into the gaming market. Can you guess who it is? Come on, think about it. I'll give you hints throughout you guessing.
Is it a movie company that I know? Probably.
Yeah. I would assume so.
You would assume so. So it's not a certainty.
They mostly rely in the genre of horror.
What's that one? A24 or something like that?
No.
Okay. Yeah, I got no idea.
They made a popular movie called Megan.
Okay, I do know the movie.
They also made FNAF the movie. They made Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah, I don't know the studio behind this.
Blumhouse is creating a game studio. And when a company like that decides to make a game studio, they usually come out with one game. They cranked out 5 trailers in a row. And these are indie studios, by the way. They're getting indie creators, and all 5 of them are a different story, and different, what do you call it? Different. They all feel different, which is awesome. They all have different setups. They all have different. It's not all like the same side scroller or whatnot. They all are different. It's cool. I love it. I love what they're doing, and I cannot wait. And I will buy every single one of them. Some other crazy type of games that are coming out right now. The creator of Choo Choo Charles, which is a YouTuber and single developer, is working on a new game, which is a jailbreak game called Cuff Busters, or Cuff Bust. That game looks really weird.
Kind of sounds a little weird.
Look it up. Look it up and see an image of it. Because when I watched the live stream and they showed this clip off, I was like, what the hell? Because, I mean, the man's made a decent amount of money off of the Choo Choo Charles game he worked on, so
yeah,
I can't really complain.
All right, how is Cuffbuster spelled?
Cuff, and then, no, it's Cuff Bust.
Cuff Bust.
Yeah, Cuff Bust.
Okay, because I was getting watches and everything.
You just look it up on Steam.
Yeah, I made the mistake.
Kind of looks like a Roblox game.
So loud. It's interesting. Can't really tell what it's about yet.
It's a jailbreak game.
It's like the almost cute things. And I see a helicopter.
Yeah, there's a lot to take in for that. But yeah, that looks interesting. We'll probably take a look at it. Bits and Caffeine will probably take a look at it and see if we will do an episode on that. But that comes out in 2025. And other than that, kind of a shout out to my girlfriend, my lovely girlfriend. Harry Potter is coming out with a new game. Harry Potter Quidditch. I think I said that right. If not, I'm going to get a message here in a second saying I said it wrong.
No, you said it right. Quidditch.
Okay, I said it right. Yeah, so that crazy game where, or the game from the books where they fly around and throw a flying ball into 3 hoops. Is that right?
I don't remember. I haven't seen the movie in a really long time.
Right. I don't know.
It's close, at least.
I have not watched the Harry Potter series.
Okay, now you're about to get an angry message.
Yeah. But, yeah, so that they're coming out with a game for that, which actually, honestly, doesn't really surprise me. After the popularity of, okay, already sent me a message that said quaffle. I don't know what that means.
Quaffle.
What the heck is quaffle?
I have no idea, and I have watched all the Harry Potter movies.
The ball is named Quaffle.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Quaffle, okay. But yeah, that's going to be coming to the gaming sphere. I was going to say something, but I realized that I should probably look into that before I just admit that it's going to be coming to Game Pass. But a couple other things. Let's take a look around. What else do we got? I know there's a couple things I wanted to point out. Stalker 2 is coming. Everyone knew Stalker 2 was coming. That was not something that was out of the blue. But all I'm saying, I'm absolutely hyped for Stalker 2 because I love Stalker series so much. And when they come out with a multiplayer version, Bits and Caffeine will be playing that. I will be forcing Alex at gunpoint to play that one. That's all I'm saying. A couple other little smaller things. Starfield got an expansion. I'm going to sleep now. Fallout 76 got an expansion. I'm going to sleep now. There's a new Metal Gear Solid game. That's a fun one. And there's a new Doom game as well. We're going to shoot through a couple quick ones real quick as we're going through this, kind of just to talk about them. New Gears of War update. And on top of all of these games that were announced, we have in total, I don't know the specific amount, but most of the games that were announced at the Xbox game announcements are coming to Game Pass day one. Day one.
Yeah.
That makes no sense, but I guess they're fine with it. Other than
they're really pushing Game Pass to kind of win.
Yeah.
I don't know what battle, but they want it to win.
Well, they're winning whatever battle they're in. Other than that, a couple of other interesting games that I thought looked cool. It looks like Life is Strange. The developers behind Life is Strange are making a new game. I like the first Life is Strange. The second one was boring. Yeah, so can't wait. Indiana Jones is coming out with a game after their movie failed, so that's nice. Just casually roast half of these. That's kind of cringe, bro. And other than that, I personally like. So there's a game that got announced called Expedition 33. From what I'm aware of, there's no what do you call it? There's no game before it. It seems like a new IP. I'm not gonna lie to you. I kind of want to play it a lot. It looks really cool. It's like a turn-based RPG strategy game, and just the premise looks cool. I can't really explain much, but just that trailer they showed, the like 2 minutes and 18 seconds, made me be like, yeah, I want to spend $70 on this. I don't know. It looks cool. It looks really cool, and the gameplay looks nice. Now, is the gameplay going to be exactly like that from the... Or is the gameplay going to look like that when it gets released? Probably not, because they just always up them for the camera during these things. But do I still want to play it? Yes, because it looks cool as hell. And I mean, I'm not really a turn-based strategy person, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I'll give it a shot. It looks cool as hell, so I don't really care. But other than that, is there anything else you kind of want to talk about in terms of Game Awards? What would you rate what came out of the Game Awards? Do you think it was a
on
good
a scale of 1 to 10?
Yeah.
Like good?
Any way you kind of want to put it, just do you think the Game Awards really brought to the table a lot this year or not?
You mean the showcase, right? Was there actually like an awards thing, or is that like later this year? That's like later this, like the Game Awards.
Game Awards later this
right?
year. Yeah, Game Awards is later this year, and Lethal Company's going to win everything.
I'm not so certain about that. Don't get me wrong, I loved Lethal Company, and Lethal Company won something for last year, though. Even though it came out so late last year, it won like Best with Better with Friends or something like that. I think 2023.
Well, that was the Steam Awards.
Yeah, Steam Awards. That's right. Yeah. But yeah, I guess overall with the stuff that came out of like the Summer Games Fest, it was pretty good. I think one of the most shocking things I think is just the simple fact that so much of the stuff released that Xbox kind of put out is coming straight to Game Pass, which is definitely a surprise, especially Black Ops 6, because that was one I don't think most people expected them to just basically give away like that. And obviously, it's not giving away; they're still pulling people in, and people are still paying for Game Pass. But that's a pretty good deal. Game Pass has gone from pretty good to just getting better. But yeah, I think overall, like the Game Pass or the Game Fest stuff and the Xbox Showcase, I think it was pretty good. I don't really know if I could put it into numbers, but I mean, maybe 7. I don't know. I don't think it was like knock my shoes off amazing, but it was pretty good. Definitely had some good stuff there.
Yeah. So I'm agree with you. I generally think the same way about it. I don't think there's anything that I really didn't like about it. The first beginning part was boring, but I think the Xbox Showcase kind of upped everything at this point. So thank God they added the Xbox Showcase in there, because other than that, this episode would have been very boring in terms of not much to talk about. But other than that, I think we're gonna switch over to go on to a quick break, and then when we come back, it's Host Trials. And I cannot wait to bring out this lovely Host Trials game we have coming up, because oh my god, it was a mess.
It was eventful for sure.
So we will see you all here in a couple seconds, because we don't have ads. Bye.
All right, everybody, welcome back to Host Trials. We had a pretty interesting episode this week for Host Trials. It's a game that I think most people probably know what it is. Most people probably have played it. You know, if you don't play it recently, you've probably played it 10 years ago. The game is Minecraft.
I like how you say. I love how you say most people haven't played it, or most people have played it, dude. I'm pretty sure Minecraft's on the top selling list of games.
Yeah, exactly.
It's number 1 by over 100 million.
Yeah, no, I definitely expect most people that are listening to this right now, you've probably played the game. But yeah, we went
That's
through
right,
it.
Grand Theft Auto. That's right. You're 100 million cells behind Minecraft. How does it feel, huh?
Is
Yeah,
that
that's right.
GTA 5 alone?
Yeah, GTA 5.
Okay.
Yeah, and
GTA
Tetris.
6 might win.
Tetris
We'll
is
see.
third.
Tetris. Okay, that makes sense. Anyway, Minecraft just recently released this new update. I think it's called Tricky Trials. So we went through. We basically did everything not everything, but we did a large portion of the stuff that Minecraft has to offer. We went to the ends. We built houses. We did like an MTV Cribs type thing. We did basically everything, and then we also did the new update, which is the Tricky Trials, which all that stuff, if you want to see it, can be found on our YouTube channel, Bits and Caffeine. But we also have links to everything at bitsandcaffeine.com.
Yeah, follow bitsandcaffeine.com for all your daily necessities. No, I just want to give everyone kind of a heads up, because Alex forgot to point this part out, that we actually already recorded the episode. We kind of, our scheduling got a little screwed up, so we weren't able to record the beginning part, so we kind of just decided to record the actual episode itself. We actually spent multiple days playing the game and not the usual couple, like the weekend playing. So we actually put a decent amount of effort into it. So we wanted to. It's not that makes me sound like we didn't put effort into our stuff. Hold on.
we put a lot of hours into this.
Yeah, we put a lot of hours into this. We had a lot more guests than we usually do on episodes. Usually it's about 1 to 2 guests. We have our usual Lizzie Luli, which is my absolutely hot girlfriend, and and somebody else. But on this episode, we had about, I want to say, 5 to 6 other people who will be joining us, basically.
Everything's fine. Okay, so yeah, we definitely put a lot of hours into it. So if you want to, please check us out. We're on YouTube, Bits of Caffeine. But either way, we played a lot. We did about everything you can think of. We built houses. We did all that stuff. There's definitely a lot that's been added to it over the multiple years. I'm sure a lot of people know this, but Minecraft is very different than when it came out 10 years ago, and that's around the last time I really played it, I think. So it was definitely a pretty interesting experience for somebody who hasn't played it in years, like many years, to come back and play it with all the extra added stuff.
Yeah, and I really don't want to kind of get into I don't want to go into a whole rant here, basically, but I do feel like Minecraft is a lot better back in the day where it didn't have this much crap in it, but at the same time, let me still point out, I do like the new version. I do enjoy the concept of of everything that's currently going on with it. I do think that it's a little bit much at times, but at the same time, though, it's still fun, and I still enjoy every moment of it. And I go back to it about once a month, every year.
Yeah,
so that's always fun.
Yeah. It was also especially fun playing with a couple of people that had never played before. So, we have the whole, oh, what's that? And it's a creeper,
yeah,
getting blown up.
Yeah, it makes me feel really bad. So sometimes it made me feel very bad. So I just want to point that out there.
Yeah, there was a lot of especially like in the early part of the episode, I'm sure you guys can see there was a lot of mistakes made by people that don't know what they're doing, which makes sense. I mean, like, they can't be held accountable for it, but like going up and hitting a creeper, we might have incited that ourselves, but it's fine.
Yeah, but then we also have people, Ava and Anna both did not really know how to play too much of the game, so it was very interesting.
Yep.
A lot of moments that I keep forgetting that people don't know how to play the game, so there's a lot of that from time to time. But yeah, other than, Alex hasn't played too much of it. I know the host trials kind of comes down to the fact of one person hasn't played it, but sometimes we gotta play some games that can be fun. Host trials has to be fun for us. And we've had kind of moments that weren't, but now we're slowly finding our way to making fun content for us. Our goal is not to make content that people find engaging. It's more of just make it fun for us and then show people that we're having fun with it. I think, at least. I don't know about that.
Yeah, no, that's a pretty good way to put it, I'd say. Yeah.
Yeah. So, so what knowledge do you have of Minecraft? You said that you played it much as a kid, but what else is...
I didn't really play it that much as a kid, but I definitely I had never ironically, before this, I'd never played in the end, like with the dragon thing. I'd seen it like on YouTube clips before and everything. That's obviously a very big thing. Everybody who knows Minecraft knows it, but yeah, I'd never even done that. I didn't know how to defeat the dragon. I mean, obviously, I didn't even really know how to craft when I got in, but I think that was like learning to ride a bike. I kind of forgot things and then remembered it. But yeah, for the most part, really, I went into it barely remembering anything about the game.
Yeah, on my side of things, I've played Minecraft so much that it comes to second nature to me when it comes to crafting and whatnot.
Yeah.
But just wanna thank, even though he's absolutely hated online and whatnot for some of the things he says, just want to thank my man Notch for making Minecraft, even though he's like I said, absolutely hated online because of some of the comments he made on Twitter. But that's besides the point.
Yeah, but either way, I definitely had a solid amount of fun playing it. We definitely did a lot of like random stuff. I think one of my favorite parts might have been the where you had to like sneak around. I think it was like the warden was the thing we were like running from. Yeah, that was definitely interesting because I had never even heard of that. I had no idea about it, and you guys were just like, "We're going to hell," and I didn't know, but then we did. But yeah, no, it was definitely a lot of fun just doing a lot of random things that so many of the things I had never even done when I was a kid. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was fun, and I think the new update is I have not we didn't get through a lot of the update, but I think from what we've seen in the update, it's actually pretty cool. I actually really enjoy some of the stuff they added to it. I did want to get the dog armor, but we never got around to that. There's a bunch of things that I kind of wish we would have gotten around to more, but if we had a little bit more time, we could have. And yeah, I think that. All right, I just wish Minecraft would add these updates more frequently. But they don't, because they decide to update one block most of the time, and that's it. I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed of what we've become.
Well, I mean, I think that's just how companies go eventually with their big games.
Yeah, but Minecraft was. I must say something controversial.
Okay.
This is the end of Bits and Caffeine, Alex. It's over after this. It's over after this comment here. Here it comes.
Better
Ready? Ready?
Yep.
Ready. Minecraft was better when it was under the control of Mojang and Notch before Microsoft took over.
I think the feds are already entered. Oh, no, I'm kidding. I think I agree with that.
Oh my god, it's the dream stance! No!
I actually think I agree with that. I mean, I don't really know what things changed when the ownership got changed or whatever, but I definitely think, I mean, don't get me wrong, I like some of the new stuff that was added, but I definitely think it seems like the game was better back, like in its Xbox 360 days when I used to play it many, many years ago. But that also could be some part like nostalgia, just like remembering the game, remembering the time, but I don't know. But I think overall I might agree with you on that one, potentially.
Yeah, it seems like most of my ideas when it comes to it being better just come down to the fact that it's a small studio doing decent updates throughout. Now, I still don't forgive them for the 1.8 or 1.9 update. That's besides the point.
What happened with the 1.9 update?
Hold on. Let me make sure I'm right before I just say that. Which update was it? It was 1.9, right? Did I say 1.9?
You said 1.9, yeah.
Yeah. The 1.9 update was the combat update. I remember when 1.9 came out. When I was younger, we stayed on 1.8 for as long as we can.
Wait, what happened?
A combat update was the update that, when you swing your sword, it has a little pop-up that has the loading screen underneath of it. And if you wait so there's a little loading thing that comes up when you swing your sword, and it loads up a little bit, and when it gets fully, that means your sword, the next strike, will be as powerful as the first strike. But if you hit it again constantly, it doesn't do as powerful damage. Does that make sense?
I didn't know that. I had no idea. Okay, it does make sense, but I had no idea.
Okay, well, it didn't used to be like that. Before that update, it was just swing as much as you can.
Oh, okay, got it.
So they added that combat update, and everyone hated it, and they never went back from it, sadly. And I think Eb, who still works in the game, said that he was going to work on a new one, but never got around to it. Yeah, so good fun there. Thanks, love you too. I feel that, but yeah. So we bought our server on Pebble Hosting. We're not sponsored, and we hopped in on Friday and did a bunch of fun stuff, fun fighting and whatnot. But other than that, I think that I think most of what we have to say just comes down to the fact that you guys have to check out the video that Alex worked really hard on. I think that sounds about right, Alex?
Yeah. I don't think I have any more points on it. It was fun though.
It was actually
a lot of fun. Well, we could give it. Are we gonna give Minecraft a rating, or does that feel wrong? All
right, we'll go a rating out of 10. Go.
I feel like I could. No. I think I'm gonna go with an 8.5. I think I'll stick with that.
All right, let's just go for it. What negatives did you find that?
Can't say any negatives. I mean, I could like pull out like some of the stuff that I genuinely think that like the older game was better. Although I definitely, I don't know if I. It's hard to say particular negatives. I just feel like I'm more of a, I'm gonna say it's a 9. I'm gonna say it's a 9 out of 10, and I'm gonna veto the next question.
Well, it doesn't matter. You want to know why? Because I put it as a 10. The first ever Bits and Caffeine out of how many episodes are we at now? 11? 12? This is the 12th episode? Oh God, I don't even know anymore.
I just have a list of the names, not the numbers.
God, I'm the one that does the numbers. I do all the.
We've had many. Are you sure it's the first 10 though?
I feel like this is the first 10. This is the first 10. Shut up. This is the first 10. This is the first 10 that I can think of. All right, so we're gonna leave it at that. The first 10. Minecraft gets the first 10. All right. Unless you have a different one that you didn't bring up to the table. But other than that, we're on episode... God, I don't have it written here.
I really don't remember the numbers.
Oh no, I don't know which number we're at. We'll say we're on 12, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and it's going to be embarrassing.
It's close to there, at least.
Yeah. So, anyways, yeah, I'm going to give it a 10, just because this is my childhood. This is kind of what I've been built on, so Minecraft is definitely something that I enjoy and look forward to. But yeah, I think you guys should just go check it out. Alex, I think you're about to know what I'm about to ask, but where can they check it out at?
You can check it out at the video or the No, you can check us out at YouTube. We are Bits and Caffeine, so that's our channel name. But if you want to see any of our other stuff, we have a website, bitsandcaffeine.com. We got our socials on there. We got the YouTube link and links for all the podcast stuff. But also,
we don't use our socials.
Soon. We kind of do.
We need to start using our Twitter.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
That's it. From now on, check out our Twitter. Follow us on Twitter. I'm going to be posting daily, what do you call it? Click scams. Not click scams. I will be posting things that people will want to reply to keep our thing up, And check it out. If we hit 100 followers on Twitter, we will post our content on Twitter. We will start posting our podcast on Twitter. Yeah, y'all like that? All right, follow. God, I mean, we can post our stuff on Twitter. That was really a joke because actually, Twitter now holds up to 2 hours of content.
Jesus, I didn't know that. I don't know.
Yeah, we have one follower on Twitter, so shout out to that one follower. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. Listening. This has been Bits and Caffeine, and we will see you all in another 2 weeks for another lovely podcast episode. Alice, you have anything else up to say?
Nope. I got nothing.
Awesome. See you all next time. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.